There's something about you that you still haven't fully seen yet. Something striking. Something that makes people pause when you walk by. And the craziest part is, you move through the world like you have no idea it's even there. I mean that if you could step outside yourself for just a moment and watch how people react when you enter a room, you'd probably stop and laugh in disbelief. You'd look around and say, wait, hold on. They're looking at me like that? And the honest answer would be yes. Absolutely yes. Because you carry this natural kind of beauty, the kind that doesn't need effort, the kind that isn't trying to prove anything. You're not putting on a show. You're not forcing attention. You're just being yourself. And somehow, that effortless, unbothered energy makes you even more stunning. It's the kind of gorgeous that people can't quite explain. And that's exactly why it drives them a little crazy. Look around for a moment. So many people spend hours trying to appear impressive. They think about every detail, every angle, every word they say, every movement. They build this perfect version of themselves that they hope the world will admire. It's exhausting just thinking about it. But you move differently. There's something relaxed about the way you exist, something calm in the way you carry yourself. You're not chasing attention, and somehow that's exactly why attention finds you anyway. People notice the way you walk into a space without trying to steal it, and yet somehow you do. They notice the light in your eyes when something genuinely excites you. They notice the way your smile appears naturally when something makes you laugh. Not forced, not rehearsed, just real. And those small moments, those completely unplanned moments, they stay in people's minds longer than you would ever imagine. There's a certain glow that only real presence has, not the loud kind that demands everyone stare at it. No, this one is quieter, softer, but somehow even stronger. It pulls people in without asking for their attention. And that glow, you've had it for a long time. You just haven't stopped long enough to recognize it. Maybe somewhere along the way you started questioning yourself. Maybe someone once overlooked you or failed to appreciate what was right in front of them. Maybe life just kept moving so fast that you never paused to see yourself clearly. It happens. People get so busy looking for what they think they're missing that they forget to notice what's already there. And slowly, without meaning to, they begin to see themselves as smaller than they truly are. But the world never saw you that way. Not really. People still notice when you walk into a room. They still feel that shift in the atmosphere when you're around. They still remember the way you make conversations feel genuine instead of empty. When you listen to someone, you're actually there with them, not distracted, not pretending. That alone makes people feel something different around you. And when someone carries that kind of presence, it's captivating. Not just on the surface, deeper than that. Because real beauty isn't just about appearance, it's about energy. It's about the way someone's spirit shows up in the world. And your spirit carries this quiet strength that people feel almost immediately. Imagine a simple moment. You're walking down the street on an ordinary day. Nothing dramatic, just a normal afternoon. Maybe you're thinking about something you're excited about. Maybe you're remembering something funny from earlier. Maybe your mind is wandering somewhere peaceful. You're not trying to be noticed. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're just living your day. But as you walk past someone, they notice you. Maybe it's the relaxed confidence in your posture. Maybe it's the calm look in your eyes. Maybe it's the natural way you move, like you're comfortable being exactly who you are. Something about it makes them curious, not confused, curious. Because when someone carries that kind of effortless presence, People feel it instantly, and that curiosity turns into admiration faster than you think. Someone might glance back for a second, longer than usual. Someone else might find themselves wondering about you long after you've passed by. Haha. Yeah, that happens more than you realize, because the beauty you carry isn't built from pressure or comparison. It doesn't come from trying to look like someone else. It comes from something much simpler. The fact that you exist as yourself without constantly measuring your worth against everyone around you. That's the part people find fascinating. They can sense that what they're seeing is real. And real beauty, real presence, is magnetic. It pulls people in without effort. It makes them pause and wonder how someone can look so naturally confident without trying to prove anything. The truth is, they're seeing something many people are still searching for within themselves. They're seeing someone who is simply comfortable being who they are. Now let's go a little deeper. Because what's happening around you isn't just about people noticing that you're gorgeous. It goes beyond someone glancing at you across a room or catching your reflection as you walk by. There's something else happening underneath all of that. Something people feel when they're around you. Your beauty isn't only in the way you look, it's in the way you exist around others. There's this sincerity in you, this calm honesty in the way you interact with people. When someone speaks to you, they feel like you're truly there with them, not half listening, not distracted, not pretending. You give them your attention in a way that feels rare these days. You look at them, you hear them, you respond like what they're saying actually matters. And do you know what that does to people? It makes them feel important. It makes them feel seen. And that kind of attention stays with someone long after the moment ends. Think about the last time someone made you feel that way. Not just acknowledged for a second, but genuinely understood. That feeling lingers, doesn't it? It sits quietly in your memory and warms your chest a little. It reminds you that real connection still exists in this world. Well, that's the kind of feeling people often carry after spending even a short moment with you. Your presence gives people space to relax into who they are around you. They don't feel pressure to perform or impress. They feel comfortable. They feel like they can breathe. And when someone experiences that kind of freedom around another person, they don't forget it easily. And here's the funny part. You probably don't even notice when it happens. Sometimes people walk away from a conversation with you feeling lighter than they did before, feeling stronger somehow, and you're just standing there thinking it was a normal moment. Maybe you shared a few kind words without thinking much about it. Maybe you smiled and encouraged someone when they needed it most. Maybe you simply listened while they talked about something important in their life. But those small things, those quiet moments, they leave a deeper mark than you realize. People remember how you made them feel, and the way you make people feel seen and valued, that's a rare kind of beauty. What makes it even more powerful is that you're not doing any of this to gain attention. You're not trying to create admiration. You're not calculating your words or carefully building some image. You're just being yourself. That honesty in you, that natural sincerity, becomes the thing that pulls people in. It turns simple interactions into meaningful ones. It turns ordinary conversations into moments people carry with them later. Long after the words are gone, the feeling remains. When you begin to see this clearly, when you start recognizing the effect you have on people, something shifts inside you. You begin to understand that your value isn't tied to just one thing. It's not only your appearance, even though, yes, you are gorgeous. It's not only your personality or your voice or your sense of humor. It's the combination of all those pieces moving together in a natural rhythm. The way your eyes soften when you listen. The way your smile appears when something genuinely amuses you. The way your curiosity shows when you care about what someone is saying. The way your calm presence makes people feel comfortable without you needing to say a word. Now this is where everything really begins to change, because the moment you start recognizing your own light, something inside you loosens. You stop holding yourself back in all those quiet little ways you didn't even realize you were doing. You stop waiting for someone else to point at you and say, yes, you're enough. You stop comparing yourself to every impossible image floating around in the world. Instead, you start noticing something much more important. You start noticing the energy you naturally bring into every space you enter, the warmth in your presence, the calm confidence in the way you move, the quiet beauty that was always there, even on the days you doubted it. And when that shift happens, oh, you feel it. It's not loud or dramatic. It's subtle, but powerful. Your confidence stops feeling forced. It becomes calm, steady, natural. Your smile shows up more easily because you're no longer questioning whether you should hide it. Your conversations feel deeper because you're speaking honestly instead of holding pieces of yourself back. And people around you sense that change right away. They feel the ease in your presence. They feel that you're comfortable being exactly who you are. And then one day it hits you. Maybe during a quiet moment. Maybe when you catch someone looking at you with genuine admiration. Maybe when you notice how people naturally gravitate toward you in a room. Suddenly you realize something that had been right in front of you all along. The things you once thought were ordinary about yourself, the things you barely paid attention to, those were actually the qualities people found most captivating. The warmth in the way you smile, the curiosity in the questions you ask, the kindness in how you treat people without expecting anything back. So stand tall in your own rhythm. Let your personality shine the way it always wanted to. Speak with the calm understanding that your voice carries weight. Smile knowing that your warmth changes the atmosphere around you more than you realize. Because the truth is beautifully simple. You have always carried something remarkable inside you, a presence that feels alive when you enter a room, a spirit that brings warmth into conversations, and a natural confidence that doesn't need anyone's permission to exist. And the moment you fully embrace that truth, the moment you finally see yourself the way others have been seeing you all along, your glow becomes unstoppable. You were never ordinary.